even consider, let alone address, questions regarding variability, reliability, repeatability, or the number of correlations needed to achieve a given degree of confidence.
I do remember
Objection,
there's.
objection. We're now firmly into 702 territory. I object on grounds of relevance to the probable cause hearing and beyond the scope of the PC hearing, as I previously objected.
I think it goes directly to reliability. That a scientific group studied this exact process that she used in this case and reached that conclusion.
If you would, so again, I'm trying to keep us on the probable cause standard. This is going a bit deep in regards to it. This is citing to 2009, and so we're in 2026. And again, I don't want to have to dive deep into areas trying to determine, because I feel that we are exiting the orbit of probable cause. If I'm having to make that analysis and trying to see, like, how is this relevant? How does this apply? How does this go to probable cause? So if you wish to ask this question and then move on, we certainly could do that. But
Sure. The only thing I wanted to do was establish that this was the foundation criticism in 2009. And I know when we had raised this issue with respect to one of the other experts, the comeback was, oh, well, this was in 2009 and the PCAST report was in 2016. In this particular field, these criticisms have started in 2009, but they have continued up to the present day and have gotten more strident. So I think that's the take home here, is that this is not some past criticism that has been set aside. This is a criticism that this expert is aware of and that has continued in the literature up to the present time.
But I don't have that second portion of what you just said in front of me. So I can't agree with you, because what I have is what's before me. I can't go searching myself as a magistrate for probable cause. I have to take what you say as it is. And if I have to start searching, I've left the universe of probable cause.
I agree, and I was offering that to the court as a proffer in terms of where this line of questioning is going, so the court can understand the context.
Okay.
It isn't just an isolated criticism, and I'll establish with a couple of questions that it's continued up to the present time.
So I will overrule the objection, but I will limit you to this question. We're going to more and more and more. I see your point. You're looking at whether this science is challenged or not. The point's been received, but anything further goes outside of probable cause. So we have to get back on the path.
Got it.
Thank you, Mr. Burke.
You're aware of that criticism, right?
Yes, I am.
And you're also aware of the criticism leveled in 2016?
Counsel, I just said that we're focused solely on, I've accepted what you've said, but I said that it's limited to this question, and then we're moving on, because anything further is going outside of probable cause.
I misunderstood. I apologize to the court.
And I apologize if I wasn't clear on that, so maybe it was my error not communicating. I've accepted that coming in. I've overruled the objection, but I said we're gonna leave that where it is and then move forward.
And that's where I'm unclear. When the court says move forward, no more questions about any further criticisms beyond that one?
On this line of question, that's correct. Because
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Mr. Burke.
And I think I've made the proffer in terms of the relevancy of it.
And I accept that, so thank you, Mr. Burke.
All right, then the last area is, in the years that you've been doing this testing, is it true that you've only taken one proficiency test that involves bullet comparisons?
Yes, I've only had the opportunity to take one bullet proficiency test so far.
And is it true that that was in 2023?
I don't remember the exact year, but that sounds correct, yes.
All right, and is it true that that proficiency test involved a test where you had question bullets, and then you had two sets of bullets, one that was fired from one gun not the suspect gun, and then a second gun that was fired from another gun?
I don't remember the exact final ground truth answers that were there. No, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I think when you and I talked about this, you said you were aware of a controversy about that particular test, correct?
I was aware, yes, of the results of the proficiency test, yes.
That there was a very high error rate in that particular proficiency test, right?
There was a higher error rate, yes. However, my answers were satisfactory along with the 5 other examiners at my specific laboratory that took it as well.
Your conclusion in that case was, as in this case, that it was inconclusive, correct?
Correct.
Even though the correct answer was that the bullets did not come from the question, the two did not match, the known in the question should have been an elimination.
The ground truth answer was yes, they were excluded. However, an inconclusive result in this comparison was extremely appropriate. The lack of quality and quantity of those individual characteristics never reached sufficient agreement, nor did it ever reach sufficient disagreement. So saying anything but inconclusive was not appropriate.
I see. And can you have bullets fired from different weapons that can have individual characteristics that look pretty similar?
There is occasions, yes, that tool marks that are made by 2 separate tools are similar, yes.
Could you go, and this is my last area question, Exhibit 19, page 26?
Your Honor, I'm requesting
Page
20 minutes
26.
for cross-examination. We're coming up on 4:37. That would be my request, Your Honor.
This is my last question. So,
All right, Mr. Burt. Thank you, Mr. McBride. I appreciate the heads up.
in your opinion, does this, the one on the left and the right, show matching individual characteristics?
Counsel, has this been admitted? Because I see it displayed. I just want to make sure, is this?
It has not been admitted, and
Okay.
I'm asking this question, and as a foundation for admitting it.
Okay, that's fine. So I just
Yeah.
want, it was on another screen. I wanted clarification, so it's not on any screens because it hasn't been admitted, but clearly it can be on her screen.
Thank you.
So only to the witness and counsel table screens.
Page, Exhibit 19, page 26. Does this comparison show individual characteristics indicating that it was fired from the same weapon?
There are individual characteristics present, but without examining it in person, I don't feel comfortable making a conclusion.
Okay, how about the next page? Watch, 27.